Hello, good morning, everybody. Well, that was an exciting show from our lovely David Waite, wasn't it? Now we're moving on to our fabulous Crafting Live. So we've got our lovely live shopping.
Hello, shopping VIP.
We are the VIP. You're the VIP.
I'm the VIP.
Of course. And we're in the posh room, of course.
We are.
We've pulled out all the stops because look who's here. Ta-da! Sarah from Funky Fossil. We've got a fabulous team with us. We've got our lovely Carly on camera. Lewis is our producer for this hour. Morning, Lewis.
Good morning.
There he is, see. I'm not really sure who's on comments, but send him a bit of love.
Yeah.
It could
Give them something to do.
It could be multiple of Hannah. You
Hannah.
think it might not be? It could be Sean. Anyway, it could be anybody, but just send him a little bit of love. So thank you for joining us. Of course, how to watch and how to shop. You're watching us already, but did you know you can watch us on that there YouTube on your smart TV using your TV app?
Very fancy.
Which is wide. I don't know why you're going to watch us in widescreen, but never mind. Anyway.
I don't mind widescreen. It's high definition I have a problem with.
Ah, right. You see, and the other, I'll turn this side. Breathe in. So, so you can watch us on YouTube and also then on, of course, on Facebook, Instagram and our VIP website, which is really special. Now, when you're shopping, you need to be shopping on your social media platforms or the website. So you need to type in shop and the code that I give you. Now, I think this morning, I'm going to put it out there straight away. It needs to be fastest fingers first, guys, because this what our lovely Sarah's brought us this morning is wow. Okay, so shop bundle, start typing that in because it's going to fly, I can assure you. You'll get a notification from us that says, thank you very much for shopping with us. In there, there's the link. When you open the notification, click the link. It takes you to the website, to your shopping basket. You click the shopping basket, log in and check out. How easy is that?
It's too easy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a little bit. But if you're watching us on the website, while you're watching us, down here on this side, you've got your little icons of what the deals are. Just click on that, add to basket, which is even easier. Jumps in your basket. When you do that, your little basket up here, you'll find you've got a little red shopping basket. To log out, you click that basket and it takes you through the same thing. So you then log in, check out. That's how easy it is.
And it takes you to our brand shop, doesn't it? Online Shopping VIP. So you can see all the Funky Fossil goodies on there. Mm-hmm. And this weekend, today through the weekend, we've got free shipping on orders over £25. So it won't be too difficult to get to that free shipping.
No, it won't. Absolutely brilliant. So bob along. When you're in there, have a little peruse. You know, do a bit of window shopping.
Browse.
Yes, have a browse. Have a little bit of window shopping because I know whenever I go window shopping, there's definitely something going in my basket. You may have already seen that you might have missed a bit of something and there may be something back in there. So just have a peruse. Now, shop bundle, like I suggested. Wow. Okay. Mid-century montage collection. This is just amazing. $59.99. You've got a brilliant saving of $9.99 on this. So it includes everything that you're seeing. You're getting your paper pack, you're getting your stamps, you're getting your all of it. All of this is $59.99, which is just amazing. So you're already at your free postage.
Exactly, and that saving is only reflected on the core bundle. The pack of ephemera you see at the bottom there is an edition for free. So actually, the saving is more than that if you count the cost of the ephemera pack too.
Because Sarah is that good to us. She's even put a freebie in for us.
I love this collection. I think it all works so beautifully together. It's going to give you all the core ingredients to make your projects, and the ephemera just that lovely finishing touch on top. So why not have it in there?
Why not? Why
a little
not?
bit of a Brucey bonus.
So I'm just going to show you a flick through of these 8x8 papers, because if you're ever a little bit worried of where your starting point is, when you give us, I'm going to do them upside down, so I apologise because it's easier. Look at these. Now, when you flick through this, you go, oh, there's, I know the...
Yeah, this one does kind of need to be the right way up.
Look at that. Hello. Do you know, look at the eyes actually look like they're shiny.
They do. I mean, of course, in terms of mid-century artwork, the kind of the cat, the stylized cat was a really big icon of the time. And I love these because they've got a quirky friendliness to them as well, haven't they? But you're right, they've got the highlights in the eyes, so they really
almost
kind of
like
pop.
they're shiny. So I'm going to turn that round so I can carry on.
But yeah, paper pad's a great place to start for your colour palette. Whatever project, if you're thinking of starting a project, you're not quite sure where to start, if you pick up some papers, that's already going to give you the colours to work with. And the really kind of, this pad particularly I've put together to ensure it's got quirky artwork in there, which is both background patterns, but also focal point images as well, as we'll see from the samples.
Some of these are like, for that one, it's reminding me of the Galileo thermometer thing, that, and also the what is it, the heat lamp that's got all the
the
lava lamp-esque.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. That's the Jetsons.
And I'm sure, I am sure my parents had curtains with that kind of pattern in. I just remember, wallpaper.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the splashback tiles in the kitchen were absolutely this.
And then what I really love about this pad is you've got 12 designs, but 2 of the sheets, you've got these focal point images. So again, you've got a kind of project in a pad, really. You've got your backgrounds, but also you've got focal images to cut out.
Look how adorable. Look at him.
That's what I look like every time I get a delivery of craft supplies.
Yes.
But you can, and you've got another one of focal point images as well.
Oh, look at this. Do you know, the imagery, it really was a time where it was so lovely. One, the art, the art movement that was going on at that point.
Yeah.
And also, obviously, it was after the war years and everything prosperity was picking up.
Yeah.
But look at his cute little face.
It's just kind of, there's a good degree of kind of hopefulness, but there's some elegance to it. People are starting to enjoy life for the first time for a while, aren't they? So, yeah, I love that the paper pad gives you both focal points and patterns, but also the colour palette. A really nice, true, the kind of the rich browns, oranges, yellows, that warm glow of a colour palette, I think.
And I love it. It's not coated, is it?
No, absolutely.
So you're stamping and everything on it. It's going to be brilliant for. So that one is 36 pages, 12 designs, and it's a nice card weight, 190 GSM. I love that card weight because it's going to take all of your mediums, as well as also being good for all your mats and layers if you want to do that.
Yeah, totally. I stencil on it, stamp on it. You've got lots of techniques you can do with it. Probably a bit light for being a sole layer on construction, but absolutely will hold its own as an embellishment on things.
Brilliant, love it. So for all of this, remember, shop bundle. This is mid-century montage collection, $59.99. So you can get them individually, however, can't you? So the pad I've just shown you, shop pad, and it's an 8x8 paper pad. That's $12.99. Okay.
Definitely a double up, that one. I would definitely buy a
multi. Yeah, it is a multi one. So then we have got Shop Century. These are your silhouette A5 stamp sets, $17.99. Now, when you start adding all of it, you can see where your saving is, can't you? Straight away.
Yeah. I mean, so you've got backgrounds and focal points. So the A5 has got those fantastic silhouettes. Elegant ladies like ourselves on there with your focal points.
Well, we've got one on the camera, haven't we?
Indeed.
I'll take that.
But great for pattern building as well.
Yes.
You've got silhouette shapes.
Absolutely. Then we've got Shop Block, and these are your A5 block. Block it out stamps. These are $11.99 on their own. And then we've got this. I like this one. So I like how you've named this. So this is Shop Cool. This is your A6 Cool Beans. You've got your Cool Beans stamp set, which is $11.99. Now, all of that you're looking at, then you can see you've not put the ephemera in there. That's your freebie.
That's your freebie, and also exclusive to this collection, it's not available on the counter or as an individual, is the 2-layer stencil. So the mid-century repeat stencil is part of this bundle, but not available as an individual.
Which is, again, isn't that, I love that you do that. I love that you put in something a little bit special for everybody.
I do. I mean, it really has, for me, you know how I get carried away with a theme and then it's stopping me that's the problem. And I like to build, don't I?
Yeah,
and I'm like, oh, I'll have one of those, I need one of these.
And then it's like, well, just a minute, wait, no.
And then I start thinking, what can I give away? I'm like, business. There's not a business brain, it's a crafter's brain, I think.
Which is that's why we love it all so much, because it's a crafter making for crafters, wouldn't you know? So now we're going to move along to Shop Kitty. Oh my goodness.
I know, this is adorable.
Absolutely love this. So and it's your A6. Are you ready? This is your Atomic Kitty stamp set. I see where you've played on words there a little bit.
No.
So $11.99. But look, aren't they? These took my eye straight away. Look at these, Carly. I want to do that. They are.
Lovely.
I'm having that artwork on my wall in my bathroom.
Because it's just nice and stylised, really simple.
Isn't it beautiful?
And contemporary. So,
absolutely love it.
I mean, you can absolutely layer up with the rich colours we've just looked at in the mid-century montage. But I actually have these on display at home. I've had those.
Have you had to dust them to bring them in?
I did actually dust them. Yeah, don't go in too close, Carly. Dusting is not my strong point.
No, I've got a thing. I've got a little magnet. Yeah, I've got a magnet at home that says, "Please do not disturb the samples. Samples in progress. I'm testing the. Leave it alone."
I like to think that dust is yet another layer in a mixed media.
I'm having that
texture, but it doesn't really go with those.
I am absolutely taking that for the win. It's another texture layer in your mixed media. That's all it is. When the kids go, Mum, it's that way. It's just a texture layer. Leave it alone. It's fine.
Soft focus.
Yeah, it's soft focus. I'm having that one as well. I love that. Glad you've come in this morning. Just saved me a job at the weekend. So, shop medley for this one. You have got our mid-century medley stencil set. 4 for the price of 3, which is brilliant. Do you know, aren't you good to us? 4 for the price, $17.97. You've got a $5.99 saving. These are brilliant.
Well, mid-century, again, is very well known for its patterns and the geometry. So, of course, it's an absolute gift for those of us that kind of make stencils, because it gives you fantastic backgrounds with strong shapes in them. So, I really wanted to be able to bring you an extender bundle to the main collection, which is going to give you lots of background potential.
And me, I've got this craft math thing going on. So you're getting freebies in this one, and the money that you would have spent on that one, you can now save and use on this one.
I agree. That's definitely my kind of maths.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Whenever I go for it, I look at the saving. But it's like, okay, that's that. What am I saving?
It means what I can
right,
spend
okay, I'm saving that much. Right, I'm going to have this instead. That's craft maths, apparently. There's girl maths and boy maths, apparently, as well. Yeah. But that's craft maths. Do you agree?
Totally.
Absolutely with that one.
I often say to him, look at what I've saved. He says, yeah, but you don't need to spend it to start with to make that saving.
Yeah,
where's the fun in that?
Silliness.
Where's the fun in that?
Honestly, I won't take him shopping anymore. I call it research now. I'm not shopping, it's research. So, shop
I'll take
sticker.
that one.
Yeah, shop. Oh, okay. So, Kitty, 20% is already in allocation. Do you know, I adore them.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Do you know, and also, sorry, we're going back a little bit. Quick and easy cards. Couple of stamps, add a little bit of colour. You know that moment where somebody says, oh, it's so-and-so, and you go,
well, a silhouette's always fantastic for
it,
isn't it? Because it's always going to give you that immediate focal point impact without needing to do the colouring in. And, of course, it's a black cat, so it's going to be a black cat.
And if you've not got many ink pads, I'm going to say that you have actually got a black one. If you're starting out with your stamping journey, that is a must-have, because that's going to, even if you do pattern building, background making with it, that is a super starting point. So, yeah, absolutely. Brilliant bargain. Now, we're going on to the stickers. Stickers. Sentimental sticker stack. So, these are £10 and you've got a $2.99 saving. But, again, I'm just going to...
No, I bought these back onto the show. They're in our brand shop anyway, but... they are a great accompaniment for this collection, because you can imagine, you can see all these elegant ladies, you can see all the characters we've got in our mid-century modern collection. And of course, they work perfectly with some of the sayings, both the nice ones and also some of the more sarcastic ones. So the things of like, I've done a stamp here, a card here, where I've got our elegant lady, but she's saying, I don't know how to act my age because I've never been this old before.
See?
True.
And it's true. That's true, isn't it? No, I've never been this age before. So, and then these that look at these make me giggle. Dear Santa, I was framed. Do you know? That's what my kids would say.
He's never been fooled by that, though.
Yeah,
has he,
no,
Santa?
have you seen the red one? So what's it say? Here's to a Christmas.
Less disappointing than this card.
I love that.
I'm just going to close that because that's hilarious.
I need that.
Yeah,
So
don't you? You just need those in your life.
And
Absolutely.
They're cardstock, so you can ink up and colour the white ones, obviously, to give yourself something that matches your backgrounds. But they're all kiss cut. You just
peel them off. Peel them off and stick them back on, which is amazing. So £10 for those. Now, with absolute everybody that's come in this morning has just been drawn to these. This is the best thing ever. Shop Retro. These are your MDF retro TVs. You're getting two for £8, but we need to show you this sample. Oh my giddy aunt.
We had this at the NEC this weekend, and lots of people stopped to admire this. So this is the kind of the MDF TV. Now this has been done by Belinda. She's added this extra element here to create a 3D version that's kind of freestanding. Sorry, Carly, I'm throwing it around at you. But it's just perfect. It's perfect for framing for photos. You could put acetate over that and make it into a shaker element. It's just wonderful.
Do the slidey.
I know. I did keep saying, because us gentlemen stopped and looked at this, and I said, I'm afraid it doesn't change channel and it doesn't show sport.
Never mind.
Perfect TV as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. But you could have it that you've got a slot in, so you can change your backgrounds if you wanted to, and have, this is the ephemera. This is actually in the ephemera pack, so look what you're getting. Can you imagine them having them on, and then you can pull them in and have it a bit interactive as well. Super cute, absolutely brilliant. So Shop Retro, we've just fallen in love with this little TV.
It's a sweet one.
It really is. So Shop Retro, £8. £8 for that. I know.
And there's two. You make two TVs. I've got two full sets.
Do you know? And you even give us the bit that's dropped out.
I do. And the reason being, and I'm just jumping around, but this fabulous sample here from our wonderful Heidi. So she's made a full scene in a box frame, which is just genius. So she's used lots of stamps and papers, but she's actually used that central piece and glazed it. Because you remember the kind of those retro TVs almost had kind of like a domed front screen, didn't they?
Yes.
We're used to our flat screens, but they used to have that dome on it. So I wanted to add that back in because it's a really cool kind of centerpiece.
I love this in my life.
Isn't it so funny?
I saw it straight away and I went, oh, look at the lampshade and everything. Okay, 20% is in allocation. I'm not surprised. Isn't it adorable? Then all of that has been used from your...
It is, the stamps, it's the ephemera, it's just, it just shows how...
I love it.
I think a collection's kind of really connected with the design team when they start making home decor pieces, because it's that they're starting to imagine it in lots of different settings.
You can actually see it in situ, can't you?
Yeah.
And also, it's such an iconic era,
yeah.
Isn't it? Really iconic, and everybody can get. And I think it also speaks a lot to such as Lottie.
Yeah.
That age group now in the 20s are also thinking of this as being
retro nostalgia.
Absolutely, totally. They're all over it, aren't they?
You've got the things like Mad Men, For All Mankind, all those kind of really cool TV series, all kind of set in those eras. So all of that artwork and that kind of context is really cool.
It is really cool.
We're cool. Finally, we're cool again.
Woohoo! Finally.
It took a while, didn't it?
I've always thought I was cool. It's everyone else.
Yeah, see?
It's just a time lag, Carly, wasn't it? Just a time lag.
It's caught up with us eventually. Yay! So now we're going to go on to Shop Paste. Now, these again are iconic as far as Funky Fossil is concerned, is when Sarah brings us the paste. Now, you can never keep these in stock, can you? They come in and go out like hotcakes.
They do. And what I've got here for you is a set of the four, the kind of what I call the core metallics, really. And particularly because mid-century vibes are well known for having, we started to get back into a bit of Lux, a bit of Space Age. You've been very, very ambitious.
I was trying to do multiple things. Oh, look at that colour.
I know, right?
So, of course, the metallics, adding those elements with your stencils are a great finish to your project.
Absolutely beautiful. And I think this colour works beautifully
Indeed,
with the
yes.
actual bundle that we've got on. So this is Shop Paste, Metallic Essentials you're going to get, and these are your Stella Paste, of course. Champagne, Radiant, Rose, Silver Flash, and...
Espresso Lux.
Which is that one?
This is just a rich, it's just got a rich, deep red to it.
I want my
really.
nails like that.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like
very
damson
nice.
jam.
Yeah, it is. It's a
Sparkly
lovely.
damson jam.
And it depends
you
what
think if
colours
that
you
was a
put it
thing?
with.
I'd eat it.
Would you? I would if it was a thing. If you could.
Please don't eat your Stella Paste. They're not edible.
No, but the damson
Sparkly
jam.
damson jam.
That would be a thing. You definitely bite it. Anybody that's the bling loves that. Absolutely incredible. So then we're going to.
And the saving, it's amazing.
Yeah, but you've got a fantastic saving. $7.96 saving. So
they're,
I hope you're
it's 4 for 20, so they're only £5
£5 a bit,
each.
yeah.
It's amazing.
If you're adding up all your savings as you go along, then that's how I do it. I make a note of all the savings, and then I go, oh, okay, that's what I can have that
I'm
instead.
actually £40 better off.
Yes. Yes, that's craft maths. I'm sorry, it really is. Now we're going to Shop Curious.
Yes.
Curious.
Well, yeah. that's what you say.
A5 Curious Critters. Okay. Aren't these amazing? So you've got your scribble stamp set as well. Again, £20. You've got a £3.98 saving. You brought us loads of savings. I love this craft math.
And I bought the Curious Critters
Look at
onto the
these.
show because we've had the mid-century's been so popular. I really felt I needed to bring you something as well, just in terms of stock levels. But yeah, the Curious Critters. I've decided to call this family the Squiggles because they are just quirky. They could be dragons. They could be aliens. They're just the cutest little set of monsters in the world, and they make a lovely family. They're great for kind of birthdays.
For
new
anybody as
babies.
well, aren't
Yeah,
they?
totally. They are.
You can see these as they're dragons, and they can be big, or they could be tiny little
Teeny
weeny
tinies.
things. So it's entirely up to your imagination on that one. That one is Shop Curious, okay? Now, we're going on to Shop. Okay. Oh, okay. So, Shop Kitty, 50% is an allocation, okay? So that kitty is flying, bless them. And then it's because you dusted them. And then the Retro, 33% is allocation. And I'm not surprised because they are just amazing. And I know your first demo is using those, isn't it?
Just to show you how that goes together. Super
Then
simple.
it is brilliant. So then we've got Shop Love. This is amazing. Absolutely adore this. This is your stencil and your Stella bundle. £15, $7.97. But do you know, you even put the dropouts in for us.
Well, this is a really special little stencil set because it's actually 3 stencils in there. You've got the 2-layer love, which includes your solid word love, but then the overlay with the stars and the moon. So you can imagine you could cut out that moon and have it as its own element on a separate project altogether. But then also I've added an extra small stencil in there with the extender sentiments. So things like love you to the moon and back, love you more than all the stars, just so that you can make a full project with it without even needing additional stamps. And then, of course, we're throwing the Stella Paste in to get exactly that effect. This was a real star of the show at the NEC.
It was.
It really kind of flew. So I thought you might want to see it too.
And you know, you even get the spec. You haven't even got to go and look for the tool to use it.
No.
You even put that in as well,
I
which
know.
is just brilliant. So £15 for that, a $7.97 saving. Shop Love. We are going to take you through some of the samples as well because the design team have done just a fabulous job. We've only shown you 2 of the samples. There's hundreds of them. So we're going to do a little demo now, aren't we? Let's do a do-say-do. Let's have a little live walk round here. Now we're going to go to the television. So this is Shop Retro.
So
Incoming news. Bundle.
That's what you're doing. I thought you were buffering.
No, 10%. Yeah, I need one of them. I actually do. The boys keep telling me they're going to get me one.
A little.
Yeah, 10% of the bundle has already gone. Yeah, I did say fastest fingers first this morning, didn't I? Absolutely. And you are here for an additional hour. Not sure what you're going to have left at the additional hour. Carly can tap dance. She's fine.
Yeah,
we'll get her up on the counter tap dancing.
Blimey, I will struggle to get you back down, Carly.
Well, this is true. You know, if you promise me a retro set, I'll be all over it.
She's come in just for this collection.
I know, right?
Perfect. It's the perfect combo. Right, I just wanted to show you how super simple this MDF TV set is. So you get in your set, you get your solid layer, the solid back here, and I just even love like the little antennae because they are just so that quirkiness of that era and the TVs were that shape as well, weren't they?
Oh yeah. Do you
Really
remember having
cool.
to get hold of the antenna and move it around to make sure it worked?
No, I don't remember that.
On your portable TV? Do you know?
I do remember.
That?
Yeah.
On your portable,
Yes,
you had
yes,
to
on the
move the
portable,
aerial
yeah.
about.
Oh,
It was
the
the
holder.
it was the circle.
Because I'm
were
the
you-
youngest.
So you had to stand near
I
the
was,
tick.
yeah.
I was too short to be of any use holding the aerial.
No, and I
Yeah.
weren't any use either.
Yeah. So you've got your solid back. You've got your obviously your aperture front, so they just layer on top of each other like this. And of course, I've not got the screen element here that we showed us coming with the kit as just an extra element. Now, of course, I showed you that freestanding version that Belinda made, and she did a live last night on Fun with Funky Fossil, demonstrating how she put that together. So you'd be able to kind of create that kind of freestanding one by having a kind of a, what do you call it, a bridge between the front and the back. You could also just use 3D foam tape and create something which is going to give you a bit more dimension. But what comes with the kit as well, if you don't want to do any of that and you just want to have it kind of as a picture frame with a family photo inside, is there is also a little notch that you can attach to the back with a stand. So that will just fit in like that, and then you'll be able to just have it standing like its own TV. So you don't need to worry about thinking, do I really want to make it a 3D freestanding one? You've got a stand on there to be able to create that yourself. So that is part of the kit for both of them. It also comes with these MDF buttons, and of course, you know, we didn't have amazing remote controls in that era, did we? So these are just quite nice and bulky. So you've got your MDF buttons. All I've done to colour the silver, is use wax. So just gilding wax has given me that lovely silver chrome look to it. So really easy to decorate. You could, as I've shown you on the back there, just simply use your acrylic paints, but it's a really, really easy shape to use with your papers as well. So I've just put it onto my mid-century montage paper pad, drawn around, and then in terms of just making sure it was all flush, just sanded around the edge, just to give me a little bit of a nicer, kind of neater finish. So very, very easy to cut out and decorate. So I've got two of my papers from mid-century montage there. I've also attached some acetate to the back just because it pleases me to do so. It just made me smile to think I had a little screen going there. But it also gives me the option to put my ephemera in. So these are some of the gorgeous elements from the ephemera pack. And I can have a kind of layered look here. So I can have one of my mid-century housewives on the front, but I can put one on the inside as well. So you can play with your kind of your dimensions and your kind of visuals, because you can have at least have some elements floating on the front of the design. We've got Cool Beans, which is from our Cool Beans A6 stamp set. So we'll have a kind of an embellishment or something on the side there. I did like Belinda's Stay Classy. I thought that really works with these two ladies.
Yeah, it does.
You just feel like they're really probably quite catty.
Yes.
You know what I mean? This is just a real kind of like, they're just too nice.
This is all for show.
It is,
Wait till
absolutely.
the cameras stop and everything.
It is that whole era, isn't it? It reminds me of Desperate Housewives. Do you remember that series? I mean, that wasn't mid-century, but it's that whole vibe to it, everything being too perfect. And then all I'm doing in the corner here is layering up some of the fabulous pieces from the ephemera kit. So again, no stamping, no cutting required there. You've got all of these parts here to bring your scenes to life and really decorate your project. So I'm not going to tear it down in terms of time. I just wanted to show you that you've got everything to make this freestanding without any clever, crafty skills. But you can build something that's going to be really cool.
It is really cool. Absolutely love that. We've got some cracking comments coming in from everybody. They're all loving this. Our lovely Sarah Jane, she's liking the craft maths. Yeah. So absolutely. What have we got here? Oh, do you remember Evil Edna from Will o' the Wisp?
Oh, yes.
The TV. Now, Jonathan says, does anybody think it looks like Evil Edna from Will o' the Wisp?
The shape, absolutely.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
Brilliant.
That's so funny. Morning, team. R.L. Smith. I love Sarah's top of the morning to you.
Good morning.
How good's that? There's so many are saying good morning. Amanda,
us.
Carol, Angie's in, Daphne. Everybody's here with us this morning, which is fabulous. Thank you guys for joining us, and they're loving the era.
Yeah, well, absolutely. I mean, it's just reminiscent. It evokes so many memories, doesn't it? And the imagery has become so kind of fused into our kind of popular shared consciousness.
It is.
I don't remember the Atomic Kitties from then, but I do remember them now. There's something that we just see around us all the time.
So that's super cool. Do you want to do a little recap and while you reset?
Yeah. Do you want to show some
of the samples?
And I'll get my next.
So let me just show you. Let's go back to these. So lovely Belinda, and thank you everybody that joined us at the NEC because we had a cracking show. It was fabulous meeting you all. The lovely Belinda came along and was on the Funky Fossils stand. She was just phenomenal, and obviously Mr. G was there too.
He was the legend that is Mr. G.
He was, yes, and he is a legend.
A legend in his own lunchtime. I would say.
In his own lunchtime.
Yes.
Lunchtime legend. Love it.
It's brilliant.
The thing with Mr. G is his lunchtime goes on all day, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I've never known anybody that snacks from when they open their eyes to when they
He ate my profits, everybody at the NEC.
Literally all the time. Whenever you look, he was literally snacking constant. His snack bag is bigger than Sarah's craft stash bag. I'm just saying.
No exaggeration.
And he's very possessive of it. No sharing is involved in any of this.
You don't want to get Mr. G hangry.
Oh.
Absolutely.
No, none of that. Look, so that is then the TV again. Oh my goodness. Isn't this just the cat's whiskers?
Yes.
Eh?
Hey, that's a quote.
I've not even read it.
It's on Atomic Kitty, yeah.
It's just the cat's whiskers, isn't it? Look at this. To have this, can you imagine gifting something like this, okay? It's absolutely gorgeous, but you can achieve all of this by getting your hands on the collection. So the big collection shop bundle, this is now the new mid-century montage. I love that you've called it a montage.
Very classy.
We're in the classy room as well, aren't we? $59.99. You are getting your 8x8 paper pad, you're getting your stamps, your silhouette stamps, your Stamp It Out block, your cool beans, and your paper pad. But obviously there's an addition in here that you've seen that I haven't mentioned. The ephemera pack, Sarah has put that in for free, and the multi-layer stencil is in there as a gift as well. But you can only get that in with the bundle, not on the show separate anywhere. So to get those items, you must be having the bundle. And you've seen how fabulous those ephemera pieces are. I mean, Carly, when she came in, I think it was the first thing she picked up. Yeah. Ooh. I like this.
Make a brooch at the
yeah,
TV.
I know. Yeah, absolutely. For a big brooch, or put it a signature on your bag. If you've made a clutch bag, stick it on a clutch bag.
Cool idea, yeah.
Would be
Fascinator.
Yeah,
I'd be all over that.
All over. See, how many more ideas have we got? Are you all emailing in? Can you remember this era, or what is the iconic moment for you? What is that thing that truly stands out for you? Because I think you've actually hit the nail on the head with all of this. Now we're going to go on to Shop a Kitty, which is the cat's whiskers. So this one is your A6 Atomic Kitty stamp set, $11.99. Look at this. So you can be making something like this. And those are the papers out of the paper pad. It is super cool, isn't it? Isn't it super cool?
Something about, I mean, that's a sample by Brian, but he's used the Block It Out stamp set in the background. He's used some of the mid-century modern silhouettes. It's an era where I think you can be really playful with pattern and colour. All the patterns overlap in each other. You can really you don't need to overthink it.
No. And you don't need to overthink this because Sarah's put it all in for you. You're literally going to tear a sheet out of it and start working with it because it's all so already designed for you. You haven't then got to, and it's all in there. You've not got to go, okay, I love the paper pack, but I now need to find something to go with it. Having the bundle, it's all there just for you to start playing. Love that. I always pick Brian's stuff up, don't I?
I did put it there to be fair.
Right.
So.
Oh, right. Okay. Let you. So shop medley for this one. Again, mid-century medley stencil set. 4 for the price of 3. You have got a £5.99 saving on this, £17.97. But again, the patterns that are on here evoke that era.
They do.
Don't
they?
Do. Absolutely. So I would definitely want that in with the bundle. Absolutely. So I'm doing my shopping basket now, okay? I'm making you all a shopping list. So remember, put that one in the bundle. We're going on to the stickers. Now, you saw the stickers earlier. They are a returning favourite. They're already kiss cut. There are lots in here. Lots and lots. And it does cover pretty much all year through, didn't it?
It does.
Because you didn't want to bring one where it was a bit of this and a bit of that.
No.
So you've given us everything one go. So shop sticker. This is £10. You've got £2.99 saving. I'm just going to pick up a couple more of these samples. Now, this is using your incredible journal. These are the journal discs. So is that on the brand shop?
It is on the brand shop.
So have a hop along on the brand shop and you will be able to create things like this. It is phenomenal. It comes as a 2 duo die set that actually cuts in or cuts out. So you've got a piece that you actually stick onto a journal page, or you can cut into a journal page, and then you get the lovely discs. But look at this. Look at this.
It's just, so the 6x6 I think is a really fun size for these. Again,
it's
just packed with colour and pattern, and there's the that 2-layer stencil from the bundle, which I think just looks really cool, tone on tone.
And those the atomics.
Of course. And then
I love that.
I do love the elegant silhouettes.
There we are, back to the cat. Isn't that an incredible, because that in itself is a piece of art, isn't it? Just to keep that as it is. Absolutely love it. Then retro, this is absolutely flying. I can understand why. Shop retro, £8, and it gets you 2 of the MDF TVs. 50% is an allocation. You might not have got that later, Carly. Sorry. Never mind. Don't, it's all right. It's all right.
I'm going to have to gift you one just to see you wear it. It's a fascinator.
Yes, just to see you wearing it.
I've got to see it more.
Yeah, absolutely. So shop paste is next. Obviously, an absolutely staple with our Funky Fossil is Funky Fossils Metallic, our Stellar Paste. You're getting all 4 here. So you're getting your Champagne, your Radiant Rose, your Silver Flash and Espresso Lux. All 4, £20. So you're saving £7.97. Again, massive saving. That makes these £5 a pot. £5 a pot. I think you're giving it away myself. And these aren't little pots. These are cram jam full. You really pack in the product in these, don't you? Which is brilliant. Then we've got Shop Curious. These are just, I love these. I've really come to think of these. Look at these little family members. Aren't they lovely? These are your A5 Curious Critters stamp set and your Scribble stencils, £20.
And I love that scribble stencil. There's so much you can do with it because it's just got that kind of nice loose edge to it. So it's a really perfect
Love this, aren't they? It's like you can almost, you know who they are, don't you?
Yes.
You know the family members, don't you? You know exactly who they are. I love he's got his bow tie on. I think that's brilliant.
He's got his bow tie and his little hat. Yeah, it's really cute.
Love him.
They remind me of axolotls.
Yeah, I thought that when I saw them as well. Totally, yeah, perfect.
How cute are they? So now, this again is a true bargain. You are going to be getting Shop Love, Love You to the Moon stencil bundle, and it is a true bundle. It's £15. You're saving £7.97. Not only are you getting the multi-layered stencil, that also features your words, etc., your sentiment element. You will also get the mask element, so the moon that's dropped out, so you can still use all of that, together with the spatula and 2 of your Stella pastes, all together in one bundle. £15 a £7.97 saving. Aren't these just
fabulous?
Just fabulous. You brought us loads. I just need to show you this.
It's another Brian make, but it is a fabulous mid-century modern.
Ooh.
I know, right?
It's so clever. I kept having people at the NEC saying, well, they're going to sell that as a kit. And I was like, I don't know. Brian would have to show me how to make one before I could sell it as a kit.
Just look. Now that, when you look at it, the ephemera, which way, am I right the way up, everybody, ladies?
Yeah, that's looking right.
Yeah? Look at that for something to gift to somebody. Isn't that just outstanding? So you can be making things like this, and that is using some of the ephemera pieces. Now, let's go back.
Shows how beautifully all those patterns work together as well.
And it doesn't matter what's sat at the side of each other. They all work seamlessly. So, yeah, you know, and look at...
Isn't that just so clever? I know.
I've got a lot of satisfaction out of it. Sorry, I'll put that down.
He sent me a blank one to decorate myself.
Oh. Right, we're on to demo. So it looks like the ephemera pack is out for us to use
only
with.
because I just thought I'd spill it out onto the counter so you can see what's in there, and then we'll get onto a quick hair stencil demo because there is so much in here.
There's lots.
There is so much kind of artwork and elements in here to really kind of. In fact, I think that's
Tickets.
And then you've got your tickets and your shapes, and you've got your fantastic little speech bubbles.
Oh, and the different weights as well that you've got in here.
Yeah, and I love this one. You've got your, so you can see you've got your little characters, just almost like buttons. You can make great, lovely little kind of buttons with these. Put some.
There she is.
So there's the.
Oh my!
So yeah,
good.
actually, some of these bits are bits of my paper. That's why. Some of them are different sizes.
I like that above my head.
Yeah, I need that.
Yeah,
Buffering.
I know. Well, see, and this is a good comparison. So that's a piece of the ephemera, and that's a piece from the paper pad. So you do get some of those designs in the papers as well, but slightly different scales. So, but there's just so much in here.
There's loads in here.
To really kind of
look at that. Oh, I like that.
And I like you've got some dapper men as well. You've got some sophisticated
movie screen. You get that of the look at these.
The kind of the Clark Gable-y type thing. So
there
you've got your men in your suits. So yeah, I just wanted to, because it's deceptive in the pack how much you've got in there to kind of play with. So I think they're perfect. Little finishing touches and embellishments, but equally create little collage clusters of them in the corner, as I did on the TV.
That's cool.
I know, and they're just to make your tabs.
So you just glue on this, to fold that in half, and it
absolutely.
actually creates the tab for the side of things. Sarah, these are amazing.
Aren't they cute?
Oh, look at that.
Just
That's a little bit of artwork all on its own. You could have that. If you did the living room scene, you could put that up on the wall, couldn't you?
Me on with summer holes.
Looking.
There we go.
That's oh yeah! Wow! Oh, you've got a nice tan.
Thanks.
Where did you go?
Oh, Filey.
I'm talking about Filey this morning, aren't we? That is brilliant. Look at all that. Love that.
Isn't it great? So sorry, it was a bit of a detour, but I think in the little pack you don't always realise what's in there, and that's the free element with that collection. So let's get going with our layered stencil. So this is the mid-century repeat stencil that is part of the main bundle, and it is exactly that. It is a repeating pattern. So you can make your backgrounds as big as you want to, because it will just seamlessly extend on for you. So I won't do the whole background here because I've got one done already, but just to give you a little sense of how it works. This is the base layer. So again, this works just perfectly by itself. You don't need the top layer to kind of combine them if you want to use this. Almost be a bit like a chain link fence or something, couldn't it? In different colours.
I love this. So remember, this is shop bundle. Everybody, that's the only way you can actually get this particular stencil, isn't it? Is in with the bundle. So if you're loving this, That's how to actually get it.
You can see how you just be able to continue extending it to whatever length, whatever length and width you want it to go. So this is an A5 piece of card. Excuse me. So I've got atomic kitties in my throat. So, and then this is the layer that goes on top. So this is the kind of the detailing. It works beautifully with the Stella paste, but of course for drying time, let me just put some ink on the top. But it has a great dimensional finish with with a bit of glitter on the top. But I do like this this look of the green and blacks again. I think it's very, very suited to the era.
I'm looking for your drink, Sarah. Have you got one?
I did. I put it outside.
Oh.
Don't worry. I think I've swallowed the hairball.
All right. Okay.
Just trying to keep it in theme. So there we go.
I can't wait to see this.
So it's a really lovely kind of. You can see how that just comes to life. And then this, when I spent the time doing the extending it, look how it just looks a bit like a piece of printed paper, doesn't it?
Absolutely, it does.
Really lovely. So it's just Rustic Wilderness, and then I've actually used, for me, if I'm wanting to get a really good solid black over a stencil, I typically do use my VersaFine for that, for blending over the stencil. So although we know it as a stamping ink, it's actually great for stenciling. Is just because it's a slightly more oily ink, I probably would keep that brush separate from my distresses.
Yes.
But it does have, I love the fact that it gives you a really lovely matte finish. So super simple to put that card together. But the stencil will just continue tessellating for you, and you can continue extending it, as you can see, just kind of to get it lining up, just put the last line over the
last bit of your stencil.
First line over the last bit of the stencil, so you know you've got it lined up, so it will give you that spacing.
Super easy.
If we map this, and you can see,
I'll get it.
Lord.
There he goes.
Oh my Lord, off he goes. It is like actually having a cat in the studio, isn't it? Never stay where you want them to.
Look at the eyes.
Cheeky,
There he is.
isn't he? But I love the fact that he's a really good size. So I've just literally cut this out. I think there's a sheet, isn't there, with two
Yes,
of them.
it is.
I've just cut him out to be a focal point on that card. How lush does he look? And if we have time, and if Lewis will let me, I was just going to add another little bit of stenciling over the edge with some Stella paste.
Are we all right for time, Lewis? Look, we've got the thumbs up.
Oh, thanks, Lewis. So again, this is about playing with your patterns, playing with your layers. So I thought this retro sparkle set from the stencil bundle would be a nice little bit of shine, and of course it will just kind of pick up that colour in the cat's eyes. So this is the champagne.
Champagne
on ice. Of course, that's what I have for breakfast every day in Filey. Of course.
Filey Seafront,
Yeah.
you will find Sarah having her champagne breakfast.
It's just painting a picture with words, aren't I, today? So I'm not going to go over the whole of the background. I just want to have a bit in the corner just to kind of carry that pattern on. And see how beautiful that looks. So we can see how when we've got our little cat in the other corner, how it will just kind of carry that along, and it doesn't overwhelm the
does pick it up
the stencil background, but it just give another little bit of shine and bit of dimension to the card.
I'll get you a wipe.
Oh, thank you. I've done it already, everybody. Well, let's keep her busy. Give her something to do. Oh, that's very efficient.
Rather than me shopping all the time, you mean?
You shop it, I know. You've got more stock. You've got more Funky Fossil stock than I do. She did.
A little bit.
Literally,
It is a need.
I was slightly alarmed at the beginning of the NEC because she was like a whirlwind through the stand, and she was.
I went, oh, that, and she went, I'm a bit worried about how much stock I've brought already, and you've just used it all.
I know. We haven't opened yet. So, and then of course I've got one of the fantastic sentiments from the Cool Beans. So this one's "You Are So Last Century."
Of course.
Of course. I mean, people keep talking about the 90s, and I think it was only last year.
Yes.
It's just scaring me.
It is very scary. I mean, at time, I keep saying this, that it speeds up.
Yeah,
Doesn't it? It really does. Somebody's got to fast forward on it all.
totally. So you are so last century.
Oh, I like that you've just trimmed into that.
I have, because of course I'm just looking at the, thank you very much, I'm just going to, sorry Carly,
It's all right.
you can get a close-up of my tidying. So there we go. How beautiful does that card look?
I love him.
Just a little bit of bling in that corner, I think just elevates it and gives you a bit more sparkle, but the cat's going to be the star of that card.
Love him. Love him. Are we doing, do you want a little minute to reset for your next one?
Super quick, yeah.
Right, super quick, right, okay.
Need long.
So, are you coming with me, Carly?
Sure am.
Have you seen some of these samples? Look at these. I love that. You can't get any simpler than that, can you? Colouring the squares and again putting that sentiment on there is just amazing. That one is only one of the papers.
Yes.
Backing
just
paper.
literally.
Isn't that brilliant? So just the backing paper, a few little added elements on and a sentiment. You can't get much easier crafting than that, can you? Isn't it amazing? And then, of course, going in for our retro. I love this. This is like super, super cute. So for all of it, you can be creating everything that you see here with this bundle. So you've got your paper pad, your stamps, your stencil, your ephemera, everything is in one place in one kit for $59.99. You are saving $9.99. However, one thing that I would be putting in as an extra, I definitely need another paper pad, okay? $12.99, I'd have another set of that, just in, because, you know, I would be quite worried. You'd get crafting with this and then all of a sudden it's gone. So you need another one. I would put that in my basket straight away. Then, of course, we've got Shop Kitty. This is the Atomic Kitty stamp, who are just adorable, $11.99. Now, to be able to do pieces of homeware and artwork that are just super simple like that. Can we make and sell, Sarah?
Absolutely. Anything
we
you
go.
hand make, you knock yourself out.
Absolutely brilliant. Isn't that fantastic? And then another one, just Shop Retro. The Shop Retro is fantastic. £8. And remember, you're getting 2 of these MDF TVs. Absolutely fantastic. And they even come with a little stand. So you don't have to turn them into the 3D element. They've even got a little stand. Imagine doing something. Maybe you've gone to a costume party and you've done a retro one and all the family are dressed up like this. How cool would that be to have an image in there?
I always look like that.
I was going to say.
Sure, Amanda. These are your colours of your Stella Paste as well. Look at this. So these are on black and also on your white cardstock, just to show you how incredible it works on pretty much everything. Isn't that lush? I love those. So for the shop paste, you've got a $7.97 saving, $7.96 saving on those, £20. So it making it £5 a pot. If you wanted something a little bit different, obviously we've got Shop Curious. I don't know why you wouldn't actually be able to use these in this, because it's like the Jetsons in outer space.
Yes, yes.
Isn't it? Absolutely, you would actually use that. Super, super special bundle, I think, that you've brought with us today is the Shop Love. So you've got a multi-layered stencil with your mass and your words, with your spatula, and 2 more of your incredible Funky Fossil Stella Paste. It's Love You to the Moon stencil at £15. You've got another $7.97 saving, which is incredible. Right, I'm coming over this way. Oh, just so happens you're going to use that,
exactly.
Are you?
And just really wanted to give you a super quick demo of how this comes together, because it's a really easy 2-layer stencil to use. So I've already inked up the solid Love here. So I've used my kind of Distress Oxides, and created a bit of a kind of an ombre there. I've gone in with a slightly lighter grey on the moon because I want to make that look a bit more planetary. But you can see how much fun we had inking all these up at the NEC. I've got an absolute lifetime supply of this stencil inked up already. So I'm just kind of doing this by muscle memory. I haven't put any registration marks on these stencils because you can see as this one goes over the top, you really don't need it for lining up. It's quite clear how the stars and the planet details kind of fit into the letters that you've got inked up beneath it. And again, this is spread out. So I've got my Stella paste, again, part of the bundle. And this is all spread what kind of far enough apart where I'm able to, without any masking or kind of real special kind of effort made, I can keep my moon separate from my other letters, and I can go in with my Checkmate, the kind of grayer colour on the moon. So I'm just trying to make sure I've captured all my stars with my palette knife, and then we can add a little bit of grey to our moon.
And you're getting this palette knife, okay? So you haven't even got to, I love that you haven't even got to go look for the tool to create this. Your palette knife is in with it. So if we don't show you the finish on this very quickly, we've got a few seconds left. I know, where does that hour go? Remember, check out your baskets, everybody. There is another hour coming up later with the lovely Sarah and our lovely Carly on this one. So please join in, tune in later. Thank you, everybody. Check out your baskets. We'll see you all soon.
See you soon. Bye.